Hey guys and gals, hope everyone's doing well. So I want to give you a little warning that we're not going to be talking about any cool mods or upgrades to this vehicle today. Today what we're going to be talking about are child booster seats for this vehicle. This is a Porsche 991.2, and more particularly, we're not going to be talking about infant seats or small child toddler seats. This is going to be talking about booster seats for bigger kids, probably more in the age range of around 5 to 10 years old. My kids, when I first got this vehicle, they were 7 years old. They were kind of tall. They're thin, but they're tall kids, and they almost didn't even need a booster seat to sit in the back of this car. I mean, you can put a child back there and they look like they fit in there quite naturally without a booster seat. But the reality is that for some children that, for certain heights, you want a booster seat so that the shoulder belt comes across the shoulder and not up across the neck. And so that's the primary reasoning for me having a booster seat in the back, is to get that shoulder belt where it's supposed to be. For some people though, you may want a booster seat that offers a little bit of more body protection and head protection. And there are a few options out there available, but what you'll find is that there are not very many. And I have found two different options available, one that I've been using for about the last year and one that I am now switching over to give it a try. The one that I was using originally was just a booster seat. It was one they would just lift their bottoms up just a little bit to get the shoulder belt of the car to go a little bit more across the shoulder and less towards the neck. The newer one that I purchased, which I'll be talking about, actually offers a little bit of head protection and body protection, and also raises you up a little bit, or raises the child up a little bit. Now I want to throw out one little disclaimer here, but it's an important one. Please do not take my video here or any recommendations or suggestions as what is right for you or your child. Always consult with the product manual, the manufacturer. Read carefully. Make sure that whatever seat you buy for your child is the right seat in terms of height and weight and the way you attach it to the vehicle. There are different things that you want to know and be aware of, and what I might be talking about in this video may not exactly conform to what the manufacturer recommends or specifies. And you will see what I'm talking about in a little bit, because I do make a little bit of a modification to the seats that I have, and that may or may not be something that is approved by the manufacturer. So just be cognizant of that, be aware, and always do your own research before investing in a product that is for the safety of your child or for yourself. So anyways, in a moment, we're going to go over to the car. I'm going to show you what the inside looks like without the seats, and then we're going to do a little review of the seats, the different booster seats that I have, and then hopefully I'll be able to get one or both of my kids to model these seats. I don't know how that's going to work. We're going to see. But in the meantime, if you enjoy this video, I ask that you kindly hit like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Ask me any questions you like. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future for this channel. I'd really appreciate it. And anyways, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and take you over to the car to see what we're working with. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got the car door open here. I opened the sunroof to let a little bit of light in back here so you see what we're working with. These back seats are pretty small, but as you can see, depending on how tall the person in the front seat is, you could actually have a pretty tall person in the back seat. But anyways, we're going to be talking about a couple different products. So I'm on my second booster seat for this vehicle. The first one that I purchased was one that was literally just to get their bottom raised up a little bit, so that the shoulder belts would come lower across their shoulders and across their body, as opposed to higher up where it would almost dig into their neck a little bit. And so you're going to see those two different examples. I think they're both great booster seats. One simply just offers a little bit more head and body protection, but really not a whole lot more. But that little bit more is something that I was looking for. The other thing that a lot of people get when they have booster seats in any car, but certainly in this car, is you get some sort of like a seat protector. And I'd been using a makeshift seat protector for a little while. until I found on one of the Renlist threads on child car seats, somebody pointed out a really cool one by the company Clek, and it's made out of rubber, and it's really nice because it doesn't slide around. And the reason that is becomes something that's a little bit important, not terribly important, but just a little bit, is because some of these booster seats, they do not secure to the latch points that you see indicated here that are behind this seat. Actually, let me just show you. There they are. There's the latch points. Those latch points are used for some car seats, but not all. And the ones that I have, they do not use those latch points to connect the car seats. These car seats, or these booster seats, I should say, simply sit on the seat. They're just basically resting on the seat. And the only thing that's holding them in place is the weight of the child. And once the child is seat belted in, they're good to go because those seats aren't going anywhere. So anyways, let's get over to the stuff, the gear, the seats, the seat protector, and there they are over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here are some of the things we're going to be talking about today. So first is the seat protector. This is the Clek seat protector that I mentioned earlier, and as you can see, this is made out of rubber. What you see here is a modified one and an original one. The original one has this lip that goes around, and that helps to catch food and drinks and keep it from going onto the seat. My kids do not eat or drink anything besides maybe bottled water in the back seat. And also, when I put this in the vehicle, it was just a little bit too wide. So I trimmed this piece off. I used a razor blade, a utility blade, and I just cut off the edge, and I made it just a little bit thinner, and it fits in there nicely now. So this is the original car seat that I had been using. It's by the brand Cosco, and this really was what I thought to be just the perfect booster seat for my kids. When I first got this vehicle, they were 7 years old. They were maybe a little over 48, 49 inches. And all I really needed them to have was just something to raise them up a little bit. And this booster seat really does the job. First of all, it's lightweight. You just toss it in back there. It's simple, it's low profile, it doesn't take up any space. And the thing about car seats for this car, and you'll find this whether you're looking for infant or toddler or booster seat, is 90% of the seats out there don't fit in the back seat of this car. It has to be something that is got a very narrow footprint, and this is one of them. Now, I want to tell you about a little mod that this may or may not be recommended by the manufacturer, so just, this is something that you do at your own risk. But these seats, and this one as well, the seat itself wasn't super comfortable. And so what I did, this is really just made out of plastic, and it has a neoprene cover, but you can see that it's got some bounce to it now, and that's because I had bought some 1-inch thick memory foam. And I'll show you what I did here. It doesn't look so pretty when I take the cover off, but basically I cut a piece of memory foam and I put it over the seat. You can see this is, without this memory foam, it's just this neoprene cover, which is soft, but it doesn't have a lot of bounce to it. And then this neoprene cover really makes the seat more comfortable. Now you want to obviously make sure that you get it on well, and I'll check that out later. But anyways, this is what we've been using, and it's done a good job. But I really thought it would be a good idea to invest in something that offers just a little bit more head protection. And that's what I'm going to go over here with this Hifold seat. Again, I don't feel that my kids were unsafe using this, and really, my kids are big enough where, they do have more muscles in their neck where they can, be more safe in a vehicle without a booster seat that offers that snug head protection. But if you're looking for something like that, then there is another option that is also somewhat minimalist, but it does offer a little bit more protection, and that's this one. It's called the Mifold Hifold, and I'm going to show you why this thing is. It's actually really cool. First of all, it doesn't weigh very much, probably about, I don't know, 10 pounds or so. But you got to see how easy this thing is to open. Now for me, by the way, having it be portable and easy to set up and take down is not so important to me, because my intention is just to leave it set up in the back of the car and not be taking it in and out of the car so much. But here we go. So this thing opens quite simply like that. There you go. That's it. Now, some other cool features about this is you can adjust the width of these and these as well. And as well, you can adjust the height of this so that you are offering this side head protection at the proper height. Now, I may not do this perfectly because I'm new to this seat, but I want to show you how easy it is to adjust things on here. So you open this thing here and you flip this, and you can adjust the back height, which also adjusts the head height at the same time. Other things you can do with this are adjust how wide these head pieces go. You can have it be snug. You can see how that goes. There's a little button back here that, maybe that's a better way to show it. And so there's that. There's also this, where you can make the sides go wider or less wide. And so it's easier. There we go. See that? And then I think that's it, actually. There is a way to make these parts also go wider or less. Oh, here we go. It's on the bottom. There's a little thing here on the bottom that you can pull, and you can see that going wider and less wide. Now I do want to show you that I did cut a piece of memory foam and put it in under here, and I have a second one cut that I'm going to put on the other one, because I have two of these, because as you know, I have two boys that are now 8 years old. And this simply slips over and goes, oh, see the problem, well, I don't want to say it's a problem, but you know, you do have to stretch this on, and it's going to maybe take a little time before, there we go. So now we've got a nice cushy little seat for the boys. It's a little bit more comfortable than the factory non-cushioned seat. Now again, this has some cushioning, but really underneath this neoprene cover, it's just some styrofoam, so it's not all that great. But anyways, so about this for my kids, what I found is that I do in fact have to raise this up a little bit to conform to my children's height. And when it's in the car, you don't find it's falling forward like this. It actually sits in there nicely. But while I'm trying to demonstrate it here, of course, it's looking a little wobbly. So I do have to raise it up a little bit for my children. And also, I would put these head pieces a little closer together. I feel like that works better for them, because my kids are pretty thin. And I think I'm going to have to make a little bit of adjustment to these things to get the right height for them. But that's something that I'm going to set it up and let you see what it's like with my kids in the vehicle. Now, like I said, these do not attach to the vehicle. Just like these, you just put this in. There's no attachment to those attachment hooks in the back seat. And so it's really the weight of the child that keeps these seats in place. And here's the part I wanted to point out to you that this seat on the left, the Cosco doesn't have, and that is the guides for the shoulder belts. And you can see, I don't know if I'm able to show it well, but there's There's a guide for the shoulder belt there, and you have these guides here so that you're also guiding the lap belt. This seat also has that, but these are a little bit more, I guess you could say, precise, the way they guide the lap belt over. But there you have it. There's really not much more to say about this seat other than it does fold together quite nicely. And I'm going to see if I can, if this is something that you're into. Well, first, actually, if you're into taking it in and out of the car, watch how easy this is. And of course, it's not going to be super easy for me because I don't do this all the time, but I'm going to do it anyway, just for demonstration. And of course, it's not going to be cooperative for me, but that's okay. Let me just put that out. And then one there, one there. You take this little buckle strap, you can put it over, and there you have it. Nice and easy. I am going to have to cut this foam probably a little bit smaller so that this thing doesn't keep coming up, but I don't think it will. But anyways, there you have it. By the way, this 1-inch memory foam, you can get it on Amazon. It's about 25 bucks or so for a piece that's about 2 feet by 2 feet. So you'll have a little bit extra left over. You can, for this particular seat, didn't need very much. This one used a little bit more. And again, I want to say that I do like this seat and I plan on hanging on to it. I think this might be maybe better for them when they're even a little older, but I wanted something that offers just a little bit more head protection, albeit not much more. I mean, you can see these are not super robust. So I guess that's it for just the general description of this. I'm going to go ahead and show what these look like installed in the vehicle. I'm going to see if I can maybe get one or both of my children to model these seats. I don't know how that's going to go, but we're going to give it a try, and that's about it. So stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the seats in the car, and I want to just point out one very important note that has been a little bit of a point of contention in the forums regarding these Hifold seats in the back seat of a 911. And that is, it says here in the instruction manual that the back of the Hifold headrest must contact the front of the vehicle seat. And I want to point out that it does in fact contact the front of the seat. Now, it is not the back of the Hifold headrest is not 100% contacting the front of the cushion of the back seat, but it is making contact. And that is the part there that has some people asking questions as to whether or not these seats can be used in the back of a 911. You could see that about approximately 1/3 of the headrest is in contact with the front portion of the seat back cushion. And again, the instruction manuals state that the back of the Hifold headrest must contact the front of the vehicle seat back cushion. So I wanted to just point that out because that right there is with the Hifold extended almost all the way up, and it's still making contact. So you're good to go there, or at least as far as the way I interpret the instructions to be. So there you have that. Now here is the Cosco booster seat, and you can see once again how nice and simple and minimalist it is, and I really like that. So in a moment I'm going to get one of my kids, or maybe both of them, to model these seats so you can see how they look and fit when they are sitting in them. And there you have it. This is the seats in the back of the car. Alrighty. Hey guys, just wanted to throw this little video in. I managed to get the kids out to model the two seats, both the Cosco and the Hifold seat, And in my description, I was talking about left and right because I was looking at the camera and I was basically seeing a mirror image. So just wanted you to know that the left is actually the right and the right is actually the left. You'll understand what I mean when you get to the video, because it's very clear which one is the Hifold seat, which has the head and body support, and which one is the Cosco seat, which does not. So anyways, stay tuned. Here comes the video. All right, so here we have the two boys modeling the seats in the back. The one on your right side of your screen there is the Cosco seat. That's the one that's just the booster. And on the left side here you see the seat, which is the Hifold seat. And you know, both of them, you could see that they position the shoulder belt at an appropriate height. The one on the left side of your screen, the Hifold, you can see that it has the added benefit of having that additional head and neck support, as well as the body support. Now, I may choose at some point to adjust the width of that. Yeah. And what do you guys think of the seats? You on the right side of the screen with the yellow shirt. What do you think of that seat that you're sitting in? Down? Okay, thumbs down. What about you over there? What do you think of your seat, Spider-Man? Spider-Man thinks it's a good seat. So I think the winner here is going to be the new Mifold Hifold seat. But we're going to put another one of the seats in for Mr. Batman. And I think he'll be a happy camper once we get that. Will you be a happy camper once we put in one of those new seats there for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, thanks for being such great models there, boys. I appreciate your cooperation, and we shall continue this later. Everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it, folks. You got to see the seats put in the car. You got to see the seats with the kids sitting in them. You saw their opinions. I'll post a link to each of these seats in the description so you know which ones they are in case you want to buy one or the other. I think they both have their unique advantages and disadvantages. Primarily, the Cosco one is a nice, simple seat, very low profile, minimalist. If you just need something to raise your child up a little bit, this is going to do the job. This one adds a added benefit of having a little bit additional head, neck, and body protection. But I'll be honest with you, I don't feel that it's significant, but perhaps even a little bit more is better than nothing. So we're gonna give this one a try for a while. Like I said, I've been using this one for about the last year and it's been good. The cost of this one is actually, you know, incredibly inexpensive, about $20 for these. This one's about $120, maybe $130, I forget. But so it's definitely a big cost difference, but I think that if you're driving a car like this and you're looking to protect your children, the cost of these things is probably not very important. The important thing is the safety. So anyways, there you have it. Like I said, I'll post links to these in the description. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section. And of course, if you like this video, please be sure to hit like, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what else you'd like to see. And I'll look forward to catching you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching, and take care, everyone. Have a great one.